If you've been putting off your first YouTube video because you hate being on camera, this is exactly what you need to hear. Because I felt the exact same way, and honestly, I almost never started years ago. I didn't like how I looked on camera. I didn't like how I sounded, and I kept thinking to myself, what if people judge me? What if I look stupid? What if nobody watches? What if I mess things up? And that right there is why most people never start. They don't lack the information. They lack action. They sit there watching video after video, learning everything from others, right? But they never actually hit record. And I know this because I did the same thing. I would open up my camera, I'd stare at myself, and instantly feel uncomfortable. Like, this doesn't feel right. And before I even said a word, I'd close it. I'm like, I'm done, I'm over it, no video today. And I put it off. And what I didn't realize at that time was that I wasn't, the camera was not the problem. It was me. I was overthinking the problem. Because at the moment I opened that camera, my brain started talking to me. It gave me just all this information like, you don't look good, you don't sound good, you're not ready for this. And the longer you sit there, the louder that gets in your head. Until you end up talking to yourself out of it and doing one thing that you actually moved you forward is recording the video. And you just don't do it. Now, here's what's changed everything for me. Nobody cares as much as you think they do. Seriously. I mean, that's it. Think about it. When you watch someone else on YouTube, are you sitting there analyzing their face? Are you judging how they talk? Are you counting how many times they said, How many have I done so far? Right? No. You're either listening or you're scrolling. That's it. And the same goes for you. People are not going to sit there and pick apart everything on your video is the way is like you would as we look at ourselves, right? They're too busy worrying about themselves. Everybody does. And once that really clicked for me, it took a lot of the pressure off because I realized everybody is human. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody has to be perfect, right? You just have to show up. And that's what most people don't do. And that's the mindset shift that you need. Stop trying to be perfect on camera and start focusing on just being real. Be who you are, authentic self, right? Because real is what people connect to. It's not the perfect lighting, the perfect editing, the perfect delivery. It's just you. Now, let me make this really simple for you. Because I know a lot of people think they need all this stuff to get started. And that's where they're wrong. You don't need a camera. You don't need, and camera, when I talk camera, I'm talking about a DSLR. You can use your cell phone. You don't need fancy light equipment or any fancy setup at all, right? You don't even need to know how to edit your videos because that all comes later. All you need is your phone and the courage to hit the record button. That's it. I know that sounds too simple to be true, right? But it is. Simple is what actually works. Because the more you complicate and make it, that gives you just more reasons that you're not going to do it and you're going to give up. You're not ever going to start, right? Now, here's something I wish somebody told me earlier. Your first few videos are going to suck. And I mean that. They're supposed to feel awkward. You're going to be stiff. You're not going to know what to do with your hands. Like I'm talking all over the place like I'm Italian or something and I'm not, right? You're going to say things and think, why the heck did I say that? That's not normal. That's not failure. That's reps. That's what's getting you better. It's not different than going to the gym. You don't walk into the gym one day and lift heavy weights and be like, yeah, I'm massive, right? You struggle. You're wobbling on those weights. You just feel uncomfortable. You look around and see all these muscular people and you're like, wow. But the only way you get better is by continuing to show up. And with videos, it's the same thing. Every awkward moment, every weird pause, every little mistake, you're just getting one step closer to being comfortable. So stop trying to make your first video good, right? I just want you to focus on making it done. It needs to be done. Now, I know what you're thinking here, okay? Okay, but what do I even say? I don't even know. So let me make it easy for you. Your first video does not need to be complicated. You're going to overthink it already, I can tell. You don't need 10 tips, right? You don't need some crazy value-packed content. All you need to do is introduce yourself. Say your name. Say why you're starting your YouTube channel. Say who you want to help and share one simple thing that you've learned. That's it. You're not filming some Hollywood movie with Leonardo DiCaprio back here, right? You're not trying to impress anyone. You're just talking to one person, you, right there, who might need to hear what you have to say. That's it. You're a step or two farther than somebody else. So I want you to keep it simple. You'll actually do it if it's simple, right? Now let me give you something that will help you actually take action. Because this is where most people get stuck. They think too long on things. So here's what I want you to do. Next time you open your camera on your cell phone, right? Don't sit there. Don't think about anything, okay? Don't overanalyze anything, nothing. Just count to 3. I want you to hit record before your brain talks you out of it. 1, 2, 3, record. Because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get for you. The more you're going to think, the more fear shows up, creeping over your shoulder. So don't give yourself time to overthink. You need to just act. You need to just do it, right? And I promise you, the simple shift alone will change everything for you. Now let's talk about the part nobody likes to talk about. That's the posting of the video, right? Because recording is one thing, but actually posting the video on YouTube, that's another. That's where people freeze. They record it, they watch it, they're like, ugh, cringy, and delete it, I don't like it. And they repeat that cycle over and over again, right? So, and here's the truth. A video sitting in your drafts helps nobody. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your audience. It helps nobody, no one, right? Posting is the point. That's the whole game. And I get it. You're worried about what people are going to think. I get it. You're worried about how many views you're going to get. You're worried about how it looks. But I want to tell you something really. Your confidence is not built from views. I don't measure views. It's built from action. Every time you hit that post button, you're going to get a little more comfortable, right? Every time you show up, it gets just a little bit easier for you. And I'm going to tell you, eventually, it just becomes normal. That's it. And when things get that way, they start to change for you. Now, I want to challenge you with one simple thing here today. I want you to record a 60-second video, right? You don't even have to post it if you're not ready yet, but just record it. Now, you saw I made a mistake right there. And if you don't know what to say, I want you to say this. Hey, this is my first video and I feel awkward. That's it. That's all you have to do. Because that's real. That's who you are. I made that mistake. I said second video. I meant 60-second video. I'm not going to edit it out. I want you to see that mistake. Because once you do that, you'll realize it wasn't as bad as you thought. And then you do it again, right? And then you do it again. And a third time. And so on. And before you know it, you have these videos now. You've got a YouTube channel. And you're actually doing the thing that you've been thinking about doing this whole time. And I will leave you with this. I've been on YouTube before, years ago. I was doing well, and then I quit, right? I made money on YouTube. But when I stopped, I think this was the biggest mistake I made. Not because I couldn't do it anymore, because I let overthinking take over. I let inconsistency take over. And I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did. And now I'm starting from scratch again. And that's why I started this channel. So if you're sitting there right now thinking about starting a YouTube channel, stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop trying to be perfect. Just hit that record button. Because your story doesn't have to start perfect. It just has to start.